dan campur aduk ya, karena perusahaan tadi itu yang mana di sana terdapat rumah yang dibangun sendiri, kemudian rumah yang membeli dari pengembang dan beli dari pengembang. Namun di sana kelihatan di perkotaan itu tetap yang ini baik yang dibeli dari pengembang maupun yang bukan pengembang. Nah, kalau dibandingkan dengan membangun sendiri, ini saya belum bisa menyimpulkan, tapi kemungkinan karena kondisinya dari harga yang dibangun dari pulau-pulau maupun yang bukan pengembang itu mungkin mahal sehingga ya pasar lah, sekolah yang kerja mungkin dekat atau yang muda. Jadi next nanti sudah terjadi. Nah, kebutuhan di Indonesia itu ada informasi naik sebesar 20 juta kan kita nggak punya catatan, kita nggak punya catatan. Nah ini nanti kita akan diskusikan dengan perumahan rakyat, ada nggak data kita? Kalau enggak ya ini harus dibuat untuk mengetahui berapa sih kebutuhannya, sehingga disebutkan 27 juta. Terus 27 juta di mana? Kemudian siapa yang butuh? Itu perlu kita garis bawahi. Next, maksudnya setelah itu harga menjadi komponen penting dalam pembelian rumah, karena ini menyangkut kemampuan juga untuk keluarga yang muda. Kita pikir mendapatkan gaji pertama tentunya nggak setinggi ketika dia sudah menjabat, sehingga kemampuan mereka untuk membayar rumah yang saat ini dijual oleh pengembang kemungkinan tidak bisa terjangkau. Ya, seperti saya waktu saya lulus sama, ketika itu saya berat, nggak mungkin, karena ada kebutuhan primer saya untuk bisa, sehingga kebutuhan pangannya di nomor 2 kan. Nah ini harga properti kita perlu tahu juga. Next, maksudnya. Kemudian siapa yang minta? Who is? Jadi jelas. Apakah orang muda yang belum nikah, atau yang sudah nikah, atau yang mereka sudah punya rumah ingin investasi rumah lagi, itu harus kita selesaikan. Nah, syukur sudah ada untuk rumah, titik dana, ini bisa jalan-jalan selesai, kemudian nanti setelah kita susun. Inilah kebutuhan dana apa sih? Prefabricated untuk membangun struktur vertikal, ya, Hal pertama dari sistem ini adalah fleksibilitas desain, sehingga desain juga bisa disesuaikan dengan permintaan data terkait dengan fungsinya, penggunaannya, dan jangan lupa di Indonesia adalah negara IPA, kemudian cuacanya adalah cuaca tropis. Itu yang kepikiran kan bagaimana situasi sebenarnya, kemudian apa-apa pakai AC. Nah, itu yang kita sejarah mana. Nah, sistem modular ini akan dibentuk akan desain sesuai dengan kebutuhan penggunanya tadi. Apa-apa ya. Nah, ini adalah pendekatan yang revolusi kita dalam yang fungsi dan sangat relevan untuk kebutuhan rumah di Indonesia saat ini. Ya, kita akan menyediakan di gambar yang sebelah kanan kita bisa lihat fungsi-fungsinya supaya kita layak. Jadi yang namanya rumah itu ada kamar mandinya yang jelas, ada kitchennya, ada ruang keluarga, minimal itu. Kalau yang di banyak lagi keluarganya berupa kamar, sehingga nanti di dalam desain ini bisa diterapkan di sistem modular tadi. Lanjut ya. Next. Nah, kita bicara mengenai performance based design modular system. Ini di sini sudah kelihatan apa saja yang harus ada di dalam high performance building. Kebutuhan akan kinerja building itu apa saja? Accessibility itu menjadi hal yang penting. Ketika sampai nanti kita harus cek betul accessibility-nya bagaimana. Kedua, mengenai estetik. Apa yang dibutuhkan dengan estetiknya. Kemudian cost effective. Kita bicarakan mengenai biayanya. Nah, kemudian fungsional operasionalnya ketika digunakan menjadi suatu tempat yang memang berfungsi untuk penggunaan ya. Kemudian Prefabricated menjadi nilai yang besar. Ini ibaratnya kayak logo gitu kan. Jadi dibuat dulu dibuat di pabrik, kemudian diangkut, dibeli, dan terakhir dipasang. Jadi ini suatu tipikal dari sistem modular. Kalau kita merencanakan sesuatu daerah dengan misalkan jumlah tertentu lebih dari 200 misalkan, yang dipikirkan kami kelihatan kurus, itu nanti kita bisa tanyakan sama pembicaraan yang selalu ambil pun yang berpengalaman. Next. Nah, ini harapannya ketika melihat apartemen atau rumah susun tidak ada kolom lagi. Semua ramping, baik dari dalam, dari luar, tidak kelihatan ada kolom. Yang selama ini terlalu kaku ya kalau bertahan. Jadi ini lebih bersih, luasnya lebih pas-pasinya lebih banyak dibandingkan kalau adanya kolom. Demikian juga dengan balok. Di balok di sini nggak kelihatan. Jadi langsung didinas sebagai kolom dan balok, sedangkan bentuknya sebagai plat.
Next. Ini tentunya dibuat dengan beton yang tinggi ya, karena dia tipis betonnya. dan menggunakan material yang cukup kecil.
Jadi spesifik selain beton, kita juga bisa menggunakan rangka baja dan dinding kaca gantung. Ini lebih cepat, lebih murah, menghemat banyak waktu, ya, dan biaya pekerjaan yang terlalu detail untuk arsitek misalnya. Nah, ini lebih ke fungsinya. Ini salah satu kelebihan dari bangunan modern saat ini. Bisa dilihat di gambar, memang agak rumit di dalamnya, tapi tidak kelihatan kolom di sana lagi. Ramping-ramping, kemudian ada pemegangnya dari kaca, dan ini kuat ketika ada gempa, kuat terhadap air, angin, dan sebagainya. Next. Nah, kita bicara mengenai keuntungan sistem modular. Kalau kita lihat dari gambar, itu tradisional. Ini kelihatan di sini bersih, namun pada kenyataannya di lapangan itu tidak seperti yang bersih di gambar ini. Banyak sekali waste yang hampir setiap hari mereka keluarkan dari proyek, dan itu costnya tinggi banget. Nah, tidak kalah penting di sini kita juga bisa menghemat, dicapainya melalui proses produksi yang
lebih efisien kalau di pabrik. Jadi tidak ada lagi yang material-material waste yang kita bisa desain sehingga lebih mengurangi waste dari konstruksi. Jadi konstruksi lebih lean. Kedua, yang penting adalah lebih cepat. Di mana kita lihat di atas sebelah kanan, di tengah, itu desain mungkin sama waktunya. Tetapi ketika melakukan set preparation untuk yang sistem modular ini bisa dibuat di pabrik. Ini yang selalu dikatakan oleh Ibu Ketum bahwa precast itu bisa mempercepat untuk proses dari konstruksi. Ya. Sedangkan install kita bandingkan juga dengan manufacturing ketika on-site, waktunya bisa hampir mengurangi 25% sampai 50%. Apa artinya? Cost of overhead di pabrik itu bisa lebih menekan terhadap cost di site-nya. Nah, harapan kami nanti ke biayanya. Biaya produksi, ya kita perlu bahas di next berikutnya. Tetapi pabrik ini ada biaya investasi awal yang harus kita perhitungkan juga. Sehingga dia kalau untuk massal, untuk rumah 3 juta, menurut saya sangat tepat saat ini. Dan bisa dibuat secara tipikal. Ya, seperti di gambar di bawah, kita menggunakan standar, kalau perlu kita buatkan SNI nanti. SNI untuk rumah modular di Indonesia. Ya. Jadi ini setiap orang bisa beli kayak model beli di apa namanya e-procurement, kemudian sudah ada standarnya. Sehingga pabrikan juga bisa membuat secara massal. Lanjut. Nah, ini bisa mengurangi limbah ya, limbah konstruksi. Nah, di negara-negara lain yang sudah berhasil, bisa dilihat di sini dari mulai Amerika Utara, Eropa, Asia Pasifik, itu ada Cina, India, Jepang, ya, dan yang lagi banyak sekali di daerah Cina dan Asia ya, ini berkembang. Untuk yang ya Amerika udah mulai mengecil, kemudian di Eropa itu ada Italia, itu negara yang gempa. Nah, sama seperti Indonesia. Nanti kita akan coba bahas untuk yang konstruksi di formwork-nya dan sebagainya. Lanjut. Nah, konsep desain modular itu keunggulannya sistem modular itu adalah fleksibilitas. Bapak lihat di sini tentunya ini dindingnya bisa seperti apa namanya material panel ya. Padahal di sini adalah ini kelihatan nggak di dalam ini? Hah? Nggak kelihatan ya. Ya, jadi ini kaca-kacanya, kemudian ada konkritnya ya bentuknya model panel, kemudian ini pakai baja combine ya, karena ada di sini ada material kaca ya, dan seterusnya. Next, ini cara pemasangan konstruksinya. Jadi memindahkan konstruksi yang di lapangan sebagian besar kita masukkan ke pabrik, dipabrikasi secara massal ya, sehingga nanti di proyek tinggal masang. Dan yang paling penting di sini adalah masalah presisi. Kok nggak suaranya nggak dengaran ya? Dengaran? Di sini nggak kedengaran di saya. Oke. Dengar. Ya, proses pemasangan ini tidak memakan waktu berbulan-bulan. Jadi seperti yang dilakukan oleh konvensional ya, bisa 3 bulan, bahkan ada yang gedung itu bisa sampai 1 tahun. Nah, semakin ke sini semakin mempercepat, mungkin berapa hari kalau ya kita belum percaya yang di Cina ya 29 hari katanya untuk berapa lantai itu. Nah, sistem modular di sini bisa gitu menjawab ini. Nanti bisa ditanyakan langsung juga sama pembicara berikutnya Pak Mirko yang menangani langsung di Singapura ya. Next, sedih. Nah, tantangan dan solusinya apa? Tantangannya adalah kita membuat karena tipikal sama terus ya, mes konkret. Jadi kita mempunyai formwork yang kokoh ya, yang betul-betul bajanya juga khusus, innernya juga khusus ya, bisa dilepas ini untuk yang lebih kecil mungkin. Dan ini biayanya cukup mahal. Tetapi nanti dari pengalaman teman kita yang di Singapura yang bicara, mereka punya beberapa cara, apakah harus pakai yang ini atau pakai model yang lebih efisien dan murah ya. Jadi kita masih sementara menggunakan yang dari Eropa ini. Standarnya pakai standar Eropa juga. Kita bisa adopt nanti untuk referensi formwork-nya dari Eropa juga ini. Next. Memang kendalanya itu material betonnya karena menggunakan beton mutu tinggi, otomatis kita akan cari di lokasi daerah perumahan yang akan kita bangun untuk mendapatkan material yang bagus ya, karena diperlukan konkritnya yang juga bisa kita tekan menggunakan semennya dengan cara material yang bagus. Dan ini salah satu hal yang harus kita pikirkan ketika kita survei lokasi tadi. Dan tentunya tidak hanya itu, lokasinya juga kondisi tanahnya, kemudian transportasinya, dan lain-lain ya. Oke, kita ke analisa pasar sekarang. Jadi kalau melihat pasar, itu di tempat ini yang saya ambil dari Amerika Utara, Middle East, kemudian Eropa, Amerika Selatan, dan Asia Pasifik. Trennya untuk tahun 2022-2023 ada kenaikan dari 98 menjadi 104,1. Dan untuk 2024 ke 2029 naiknya cukup tinggi, 6,2% atau dari 104 menjadi 140,8. Di mana paling tinggi di sini adalah di Asia Pasifik. Termasuk kita mungkin Indonesia yang di orange ini, warna orange. Nah, untuk itu menjadi satu peluang pasar bahwa pemerintah yang baru ini sudah tepat. Dia membidik untuk pasar yang akan datang, tentunya dalam hal kebutuhan negara untuk menyediakan tempat tinggal, itu karena berdasarkan data yang analisa pasarnya akan berkembang. Tadi Bu Ketum menyampaikan kebutuhan akan orang kita dari 282 juta menjadi 324 juta. Ini kalau tidak kepenuhin akan nambah terus ya. istilahnya backlog ya. Dan di sana tentunya ya semakin negara tidak bisa menyediakan fasilitas untuk perumahan yang baik kalau tidak bisa mengantisipasi ini. Untuk itu investasi pada proyek modular ini karena dia efisiensi, biaya dan waktu yang ditaruhkan sangat cepat, ini menjadi hal yang mutlak ya, yang harus kita seriusin. Next. Nah, biasanya untuk implementasinya itu ada beberapa tahapan ya. Pertama, kami akan melakukan tentunya studi kelayakan untuk memastikan bahwa proyek ini layak. Berapa yang akan dibangun, maaf. Kemudian dari sisi finansialnya, kira-kira untuk dibangun untuk yang mana. Kemudian dari teknisnya, kita bahas apakah di sana tanahnya memang tanah yang produktif, misalnya sawah. Kalau Green Building Council Indonesia menyarankan sebaiknya dari tanah yang kurang bermanfaat menjadi bermanfaat, lebih bermanfaat. Contohnya adalah misalnya rawa atau tambak yang tidak produktif atau daerah yang tidak bisa ditanamin. Itu yang kita bidik. Nah, untuk itu tentunya harus dilakukan survei. Kemudian setelah itu kita coba di pasar, kira-kira perlu nggak? Nah, ada jalannya nggak? Nah, di sini mulai dari planning dan stakeholder engagement, ya, itu diperlukan 3-6 bulan kurang lebihnya. Ya. Ini perlu kolaborasi antara pihak stakeholder, ya, land assessment, budget planning, selecting modular teknologi, cocoknya yang gimana sih? Nah, kemudian desain, setelah itu dilakukan tahapan design development and approval. Design development for environment, ya kita lebih ke arah lingkungan gitu ya. Tentunya kita perhatikan adalah ketahanan terhadap gempa. Ya, rumah yang tahan gempa. Kemudian perizinan jangan dilupakan juga. Ini menjadi hal yang penting terkait dengan lingkungan juga. Dan lean construction strategy setup. Ya, kalau dengan fabrikasi tentunya harapannya lebih lean construction ya, karena semua dibuat di pabrik, yang di lapangan tinggal pasang doang, tidak ada lagi ngaduk beton atau ngecor di lapangan atau membuat formwork di lapangan, potong besi dan sebagainya. Lakukan antara 6 sampai 12 bulan. Terus modular construction, setelah itu instalasi modularnya sendiri, masangnya gimana, menggunakan alat apa, tahapannya bagaimana, presisinya, toleransinya itu 18 sampai 24 bulan. Jadi ini waktunya memang hampir setahun. Ya. Terus testing terakhir. Next. Ini studi khusus lokal ya, ini di Perumnas berhasil karena dia bisa memberikan hunian yang layak bagi masyarakat dan tentunya berdampak positif secara ekonomi ya. Ini Perumnas kita acungi jempol karena sudah berhasil ya. Kita akan ikutin pola-pola Perumnas untuk membangun pemukiman di daerah-daerah terutama. Next. Dengan sistem modular tentunya tadi. Ya. Pendekatan untuk yang berkelanjutan, kita bisa gunakan material seperti material betonnya itu menggunakan abu terbang atau fly ash, granulated ground blasting slag atau GGBFS, atau istilahnya slag. Atau kalau nggak ada di daerah situ, ya kita bisa pesan ke pabrik semen, namanya semen slag. Ada lagi semen pozolan. Nah, itu yang kita bisa gunakan untuk pendekatan berkelanjutan karena kaitannya dengan karbon, dekarbonisasi. Next. Nah, kesimpulannya adalah sebagai sistem modular yang sangat inovatif, tantangan perumahan di Indonesia adalah bagaimana kita memberikan keuntungan ya, serta efisiensi biaya apa dan waktu bagaimana yang lebih cepat, serta dampak positif tentunya ke lingkungan ya. Sistem memiliki potensi besar yang ya bisa diterima oleh masyarakat Indonesia tentunya. Kemudian pasar produksi ini sedang berkembang memang di Indonesia ya, belum. Ada beberapa yang sudah bangun, saya dengar itu dari timnya Perumnas ya, sudah bangun 200 hunian. Nah ini kita ditantang pemerintah 3 juta. Ya mungkin dari data yang ada di kami, karena masih belum terdata dengan lengkap mengenai pasarnya tadi, berapa hunian yang diperlukan, kemudian harganya dan sebagainya. Sehingga anggota kami AP3I yang mendaftar baru sekitar 4. Saya buka aja, 4 perusahaan. Dan totalnya yang kita sudah dapatkan sebesar 1.250.000 ton. Sedangkan kalau kita anggap satu hunian adalah 10 ton, maka 3 juta adalah 30 juta ton. Kita baru ada 1 juta. Artinya kurang lebih baru 3%. Sangat kecil. Nah ini kenapa? Karena datanya belum ada. Ayo kita sama-sama susun. Next. Nah, ini kita akan buka tanya jawab. Saya buka untuk diskusi atau masukan atau saran, monggo. Nanti kita akan bahas. Saya kira waktu cukup Pak Rusman. Saya kembalikan ke moderator.
Baik, terima kasih Pak untuk paparan lagi sekali lagi melalui Pak Gedun yang mendorong kita semua untuk benar-benar memberikan manfaat. Kalau bicara level teknologi untuk sektor perumahan atau gedung rumah tinggal, ini adalah level tertinggi ya, Pak. Level tertinggi, teknologi level tertinggi, yaitu kita konvensional, juga ada balkon, ada juga dari wall. Ini adalah level tertinggi yang tentunya sangat banyak manfaat atau keuntungan ketika kita menggunakan teknologi ini. Ini sudah diaplikasikan bahkan di negara terdekat kita, tetangga kita yaitu Singapura, sangat masif di sana. Di sana sudah menjadi sesuatu yang tren ya, kita untuk membangun apartemen, tinggal. Mengapa di Indonesia belum begitu masif? Dulunya kita berharap momen yang baik teknologi modular. Harapannya kita sudah bisa aplikasikan dan kita menjadi contoh yang berbuat yang lain, dan kita akan tentunya bisa membuka diskusi mungkin ada masukan apapun itu ada informasi dari Pak Yudi yang sudah hadir di sini, Yudi dari Jum'at, dan Pak Arif juga dari saya, juga ada Pak Ali, juga ada Bapak tentunya. Jika ada masukan mungkin untuk terkait kesiapan kita di industri beton, kita monggo Pak. Silakan.
Ini mohon maaf tadi suaranya kurang jelas ya, kecil ya. Pakai mic aja. Ya, mohon maaf tadi suara kecil ya. Bagaimana sekarang suaranya ya?
Kan sekarang kan, alhamdulillah. Oke. Bapak Ibu yang lagi online, mudah-mudahan juga clear. Monggo Bapak Ibu, kami coba undang Pak Kiri, Pak Edi, atau Pak Sugeng. Ada reset. Oh iya, Pak Sugeng dan silakan Bapak. Suaranya belum terdengar dengan silakan Pak.
Oh, nggak dengar.
Saya lihat sudah pakai headset. Belum juga Pak ya? Oh baik, ya baik kalau begitu dikarenakan mungkin belum ada yang belum ada tanggapan masukan, kita coba memanfaatkan waktu dengan lanjut ke pemaparan berikutnya ya, sesi berikutnya yang akan disampaikan oleh Pak Menko. Kami lihat Pak Menko sudah hadir di antara kita ini secara online. Halo Mr. Menko, can you hear us?
Hello,
Halo, Mr.
you can
Menko.
hear me? Hello?
Halo. You can hear us?
You can hear me?
Yes, we can.
Good. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning, Pak Menko. I have you in Bangkok ya?
I'm in Bangkok. Yes, correct.
That's why we have same time ya. Same.
Yes. We have the same time. Correct. We wake up together early. No problem.
Yeah. So we can say you good morning also, yeah.
Yeah, because your voice is a little bit with a sound in the background. Don't talk too loud, you know, because your microphone make it like a hull, 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 hull. But I hope you can hear me clearly. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Should we start the presentation?
Yeah. Thank you
Okay.
for joining with us today.
Thank you. Thank you too.
Excited to your insight and your experience on this topic. We are looking forward to your presentation. Please go ahead, Mr. Ban.
So I try to share my screen. Okay. Okay. Can you see now? 1 minute.
Yes.
Okay. So everybody can see like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some photo.
Good. So then let me start. Welcome, a warm welcome again. Thank you very much for the opportunity to present our technology, our thinking, our way of thinking regarding a 3D modular construction. The topic for today from my side is 3D modular precast, future in residential construction, question. So, and I hope I can answer this question step by step in my presentation. I will only shortly briefing about recommend. I think you know us already quite well. So we have the 3 key points like engineering, we have the machinery, and we have the technical service. Recommend is not a producer of any machine because we are a trader and a technology provider. So this means we can combine all the technology under a one umbrella, under a one responsibility, like named recommend. So I will show you what this means in detail now. A little bit to myself first, because I'm my whole life in precast industry. I coming from Germany. I coming from East Germany when you want it in detail, because East Germany is very famous for precast technology. We call it in the past like Russian.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Miko.
Yes.
Your slide, I think there is a black slides on the right. Can
You see my slides?
Yeah, but I see some black. Let me capture for wait. Because it's seen in the monitor.
You can see?
Can you check your mobile?
No.
We see the
black.
You see black?
On the right.
You see a black box on the right?
Yeah.
I don't see a black box.
Now on the bottom.
There?
Yes. Now good. Okay.
Now good?
Yeah.
Good.
Now, yeah.
Okay.
Can you repeat from the beginning because it was blocked before? Yeah.
Something like that?
Yes. Now you can.
Okay. So I say again today, I want to use the opportunity to introduce everybody of our recommend way of thinking in the 3D modular construction. The question for me is 3D modular precast the future of residential construction? Questionary. So, and about recommend, I won't not mention too much because I think everybody of you know us already because we make the engineering, machinery, and service. Recommend is a technology provider. We are not a manufacturer of machines. We combine all the technologies under one umbrella with our whole responsibility. And my slides, I hope, will show you what this means. So a little bit to myself first, because I had my whole life in the precast industry. I'm a German and exactly detailed, I'm an East Germany guy. And East Germany was famous in the past of the communistic area because of our precast technology. Because when I'm quite young, we growing up with a lot of precast. We call it today we call it 2D precast. so slabs, walls, staircases in the Russian system. The Russian system was a standard system. This means any block had the same apartment size. So this was the beginning of precast. Now this is much more developed over the last 40 years. In my job, because I'm learning welder and fabricator, then I'm later engineer, mechanical engineer of precast machinery. So, and then I was around 25 years in the world to sell the precast machinery systems. And then last not least, since 2012, 2013, I come to Singapore, I sell some factories, and then I switched to another side as a project manager first. And last not least, my last 2 years before I joined Rickerman, in 2022, I joined Rickerman. Before I was 2 years also factory manager in the factory, what you see here on the Singapore picture. In this factory, I learned to love modular construction, because we produced every day under as a factory manager, my responsibility, the modules, and then of course we make the construction. And I will show you some more details. I'm working, as I mentioned, I'm working worldwide. I'm working over 10 years, more than less, in Dubai. I make a lot of factories there, Brazil, Malaysia, Spain, Indonesia, Germany, and also in Southeast Asia. I'm pushing the 2D technology in Thailand, because Thailand in the last 20 years are very developed in 2D precast. And you see here my picture, because we make on Phuket the first precast villa in about, I think was 2004, 2008 already, something like that. So the answer of the modern world construction needs is, for me, precast technology means in detail. Then Europe, coming about 40, 50 years ago, coming to the 2D precast, we call it the load-bearing wall system. So this means we don't need any columns and beams. We make our walls to carry the load. and then we supplementing something, slab systems, staircases, partition walls, and something like that. So, and then we create a lot of buildings from the villa to the commercial building, to schools, to residential, or something like that. And on this picture, you see also, because there is a lot of opportunities to design your facade, because here, because we have exposed aggregates, we have painting walls, we have a lot of sandblasting. The picture in the center is Saudi Arabia, or something like that. So I'm also very familiar with all these technologies. So last not least, from the history, today and tomorrow should be 3D modular precast method. So this is original picture from my last projects when I'm working in Singapore. You see, I think everybody of you, maybe more than less, went to Singapore already. So, and they see the huge usage of modular construction. So the Singapore is, honestly speaking, the pioneer in the world of modular construction, in my eyes. Because when we, and I'm a European, when we talk in Europe about modular construction, honestly speaking, we talking about garage, okay? But not this one, what really Singapore do. You will see when I come now to the other slides, how complex they already developed over the last 15 years, this system. And I was on the way of this development already in Singapore. So what means a PVVC? Okay, I'm only to make it very clear and not misunderstanding. It's a pre-finished, prefabricated volumetric construction method. So the PPU is a pre-finished bathroom unit. From my side, it is very important to understand it is cast as a one piece, because I had last year a conference here in Bangkok for modular construction, and this is sometimes funny what people announced as modular construction. Modular construction is for me not to supplement or to assembly panels. Modular construction is cast as a one piece. You see me on the picture there on a PVVC. The key advantage of the design is normally, if you have the design in your hand, okay, it should be a kind of standardization, unification, but without losing individuality. So, okay, because you are same like 2D, you are free in the design, okay? They are only two key points for the modular construction. What limits you, that is the weight of the module and the crane capacity, okay? So Singapore solved this problem. The rest of Asia, what I'm searching in the last 2 years, definitely have a problem, especially with the cranes. So here on this picture is showing my labor camp. We built in our first factory, we built our own labor camp, and we use this kind of module. We call it three-sided module, because we put them together. And in the room, what you see on the drawing is a labor camp apartment for each 16 worker can sleep inside there. And the toilets and the shower, they are centralized, not connected to any room. So there is maybe a centralized washing and toilet area. Still everybody can follow, is okay?
Okay.
Okay, good. So a key advantage, again, from the modular construction is for me, the pre-finishing stage, okay? Today we have already a quite high standard of pre-finishing for modular construction. You see here some picture, because I say always something, nothing is impossible.
Kalau modular gini lebih rapi bangunan rumahnya.
Hello?
Sorry. Jum'at.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, you see in the picture here, because when we make our modules, either a bathroom as a PPU or a PVVC, including the bathroom, is also possible. So we can pre-finish nearly 80 to 90%. okay, if we want, because there is always a pro and a con of pre-finishing stage. Because after my experience, pre-finishing in a bathroom makes fully sense. Pre-finishing in a PVVC could be quite difficult because of the size of the PVVC. If you have a large size of a PVVC and you handle this PVVC during the installation not properly, your pre-finishing on tiles or whatever is damaged. So that means make no sense. Okay, I had a lot of experience what is good and what is not good. The next key advantage of a modular construction for me is the range of application. Either you have affordable, medium range residential houses, multi-building stories, commercial or whatever. So some of the picture here showing only something like that, what is modular, effective possible. You see here also me on the construction side, this is all the way of this way. So, and then of course, this one, what I believe, and I say to you, the forecast of the countries like Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, you have a lot of young population. They want affordable houses, they want payable, but they want it also solid. They don't want living anymore in a bamboo house. They want really something like that. So, and here, some applications in the future to do precast in a curve manner is not so easy. But also we have some technology what we used in Dubai, because the Arabs in this area, they love a lot of architecture works in curving. So I know, for example, the Kuwait airport is done with a lot of curves. Then in Dubai, there is a museum with something like that. There is a quite intelligent mold what can solve this problem. If somebody later interesting is another issue to talk. So, and then last not least, I say it very simple. Our daily life is our teacher. Nothing will ongoing without compromise, correct? So this means for me, modular is a basic implementation, but not understand modular as a 100% solution. And I think you not understand because I saw your slides, what's coming afterwards. So you combine the surroundings to the modular system, like staircases, columns, precast slabs, rough shoot, riser, conduit. So what you see here on the picture. But I think this one, I saw your slides or your intention, what you do, you already know it. See, like this, I copy this one from your presentation, and I won't explain a development of modular construction. This what I see on your slides. We call it in Singapore first generation. Singapore, this picture, what you see here, the real one, is nearly from 2014, 2015, 16. Singapore produced the modules in this way, okay? But this way of modular construction, you cannot do pre-finishing. You cannot make any tiling because you're missing the floor, okay? So, but you see, everything is done, everything is possible, and I see your design. I can say by your design, maybe we have a little bit different way of thinking, maybe something of your modules or what you call modules or what you call 3D can maybe combine, because we have to check the surroundings. I think your module size is smaller in case of your crane capacity or of maybe your transportation problem. I don't know more of the details, but we can discuss anything, no problem. So here is the second generation. The second generation is the module you can see in the middle directly with the floor. This means we casting the module upside down, and we have the chance to pre-finish something. Of course, when I produce the modules, I have also to exactly to know the precise position for the connection, for the P-bars, for the loops, for the coupler, when you can see on the picture. So, and on the other picture, you can see even at PPVC included the PPU, including the PPU. So I say again, many things is possible, okay? But in my eyes, sometimes I ask myself, is this really effective to do it like that? Or is another way more simple? I will show you what I mean. So the last not least, in Singapore, based on the government instructions of modular system, they call it hybrid system. Okay, you can see a very funny shape. Okay, what they call modular. It have a lot of disadvantages for the production. I say again, you see the mold on the right hand side, nothing is impossible, but your work to do like that as a precaster is a lot of work, and you're casting very less concrete. So the precaster lose money because it's very intensive. So I cannot see directly a lot of benefits of this hybrid version, because I like as a normal one, the box, something like that. But I want only show this is also on the market and many things are possible to do. So here, the latest stage, you can see on the left-hand side, a module with our molds, with our mold maker. Very, very complex. The module on the left-hand side, including the riser, including like that, because if you're familiar to modular construction, so you see in the picture the inner core. The inner core, we call it, of course, have to be stringing. So, and then is the one way, either you have one inner core, or you have two inner core, or you have three inner core, or something like that. The side molds is not a problem, but the inner core is very difficult to do, to open, to move. We have in the molds, we have different, we starting most of the molds in Singapore and in Malaysia is manual molds, because the labor is quite cheap, because they're working with the Bangladeshis, with the Indians or something like that. So, but it's a lot of work for every day. I have a video afterwards to do this one. If you want it mechanized, of course, because we call it semi-automatic. Fully automatic is nonsense, but semi-automatic is possible because you're stringing the inner core if you press a button. So you see here in front is a hydraulic aggregate. So, and that saves really a lot of work, and is also give you a better lifetime on your mold. Because when my worker open the mold and close the mold and hammering every day a lot, of course, it's not nicely for the quality in the end of the day. But this picture show you really crazy applications, what is possible. So last not least, I summarized the advantages. Of course, everybody should be very logical that we are 4 times faster than 2D precast. Because 2D precast, you have 4 siding plus a 1 slab. You have to 5 times erection the panel. You need a skilled worker. You need a lot of crane handling or something like that. Higher level of prefabrication and quality control. So because the more complex you can prefabricate it in a factory under a controlled environmental is definitely very helpful. On construction side, everybody know many things are possible, because then you have the rain, the sunshine, the dirty things. So it's better to take the meaning of precast, prefabrication. So the completion schedule, okay, to handling everything, okay. I have also the points, what we call the software, digitalization, scheduling, following up. Of course, you handle a 1 module instead of 5 single pieces. So there is already a little bit, of course, shorter way. If your apartment, of course, by private investment on schedule, you have earlier the return of investment. The important thing, what I definitely mean, is less manpower. Less manpower on the assembly side. Because when you have the assembly of the walls, you have really, in Asia, it's easy to have 4, 5, 6 people who are jumping around, who are drilling, who are doing like that. The erection of the module in Singapore is honest, only 3 people. So, and if you ask me, I know everything. Your erecting time for one module on the construction site in Singapore is an average 45 minutes, maximum 1 hour, because this is when we're calculating the crane capacity for the blocks, something like that, how many modules a crane can handle per day. Higher safety, okay, is of course more economical. I mentioned already sustainable and green technology. This one I will be a little bit more explain what I mean with about green. Okay, to give you a full picture and to avoid more questions, how about steel modular buildings? Okay, so there is this modular in steel is also available on the market. So there is always a pro and a con. I think at the moment, after my knowledge, Hong Kong or some parts of China using steel container, but they're suffering a lot of about quality. And okay, you see the picture, you have to also precise, put it together, fire resistance, corrosion, something like that. And I believe steel is not really green, but concrete in this way have some advantages, but I can make him green, and I show you what I mean. The next one is what is with about a timber modular building. So you see, is even people they're promoting timber modulars. Here I think shorten my explanation. It is nice if you make maybe a resort or whatever, a little bit ecological, bungalows, something like that. But don't talking with me about high-rise construction or something like that in timber. Last not least, I have the 3D printing technology. We also have some partner from Canada what make these machines. And I say to them, okay, you make nice individual houses, you make many maximum 2 levels. What I do when my customer coming and want 5, 6, 7 levels, finish, cannot do. Okay. And even if I print the module, okay, is at the moment not efficient and cost efficient compared to the normal way of casting. At the moment, the 3D printing is really what you see here on the picture in architectural way, individual, something like that, but not in the way of mass, of many house production. So last not least, as I mentioned before, when you talk with us, we have three points. We have an engineering design. So this means I have a Singapore partner what is very familiar to modular construction, what make a lot of buildings. When we go to clients, we tell them, give me your design, let us study your design. We take the design and make it in modular application in combination, what I mentioned with 2D plus earthquake. Okay, so this means we give also the joint points, how many points, what is the right connection to take your earthquake requirements. Second step, if the design okay, we know what we want, what kind of modules we want, what kinds of 2D we want, we design the factory. I design my whole life factories worldwide. This is much easy because when I show you my references in Singapore, I've done anything from A to Z, from the crane over the batching plant, over the modules, over this everything. So we design, you see a picture, a modular construction, honestly speaking, is more than less a quite manual process compared to 2D. 2D production in wall elements or something like that is now very automatically because like robot systems, like plotting systems and something like that. But the 3D modular is maximum semi-automatic. So semi-automatic is for me the hydraulic when you open the inner or close the inner core or even the side molds, whatever you like. So this is already a kind of mechanization, but not more possible. In Singapore, we try to put the modules on a carousel system for the finishing stage. Is more than less failed because The problem is in Singapore, they used for finishing a lot of subcons. So, and subcon for tiling, subcon for windows, subcon for this, for that. So, and then any work is dependent on the next step of the other work. If somebody delay, your headache's starting already. So we find out that this quite manual finishing is you put your module on a place and you say to them, please go there, you finished, something like that. So you have, for example, 100 modules in a row, and then you can jump to another module if one module have a problem in the finishing process. But you cannot do it efficiently in a carousel system, because what we know in Europe, to move the pallets and go from station to station. Because the modules, in the end of the day, when you're honest, you have to do ratification, you have to do the pipings inside and something like that, what maybe I can show you later on the video. Last not least, when you go with us as a partner in this way, myself, I told you my background already 10 years and make the production and can make the factory. And also I have some colleagues what make production assistant. Because of course, when you're starting in a modular construction, you feel scared, you need help, you need the experience until the people can go alone. So we also have this kind of worker, we call it production assistant or assembly assistant. In the case for the project. So now let me talk a little bit to my green concrete. Okay. So because we have always the problems in the world with everybody talking climate change. So either we have too much water, same at the moment, everywhere is flooding with too much rain, or in some areas we have the no rain. This is another extreme side. And then we can ask ourselves how much we can squeeze our earth with our building material. So, and I believe the machines in technology from the normal steel tables, molds is nearly same as on the limit, but I believe we can still improve the concrete himself. So what we have as an improvement, we're thinking on two things, because the mixing procedure and the concrete recipe to improve something. But before we do all of that, okay, is because we are not Don Quixote and fighting against the windmill. We have to have rules in a country. We have to have a government rule with a vision, okay? Because where they must give us a direction. So then we can say, okay, what we can improve, we're looking on the concrete recipe, we're looking on energy consumption, because it's very logical. You bring the people from the poor level where they have no aircon, where they have no refrigerator or something like that, you bring them in a house and immediately you have more energy consumption. But in the end of the day, the people won't pay the energy to a reasonable price. So in the similar is the water treatment, okay? In the end of the day, gentlemen, when we are honest, looking at our own face, we have to look on our own nose. We have to change our mind on a green way. We have to really want it, not only to talking la, la, la. What we can do, we can change the usual mixing process. We can. For example, everybody what mixing concrete or what know, put all the concrete in a mixer and mixing this one. And we have a technology to cut the mixing process in 2 steps. Okay. The technical improvement is because an ordinary planetary mixer have always the same speed, because we increasing a little bit the speed of the mixer. What is not a miracle is only a bigger motor. So, and when we cutting the process from our way, we mixing first a slurry. We're mixing the water with the cement and the additive and a little bit sand. So this one we're mixing in a slurry with a little bit higher speed. So what is the chemical reaction during this slurry mixing? The chemical process is that the sand open the surface much better, like a rough between the water molecules and the cement molecules, and they're coming to a bigger, stronger cluster together. And this effect save in the end of the day cement, because I don't need much lesser cement because of this. In the second step, I give my sand and my gravels in my mixer, and I'm mixing the homogeneous mix of a normal speed. It's not a miracle, it's only to cutting the mixing process in 2 steps and use a little bit higher speed in the beginning. So this is for me an improvement where I can save cement. The next step to save more cement is our additive, because we have a concrete additive partner from Spain what developed a graphene additive, and I'm testing this one over Asia at the moment, and it is a weapon. This is really a weapon. It's make your concrete stronger in the early strengths, in the final strengths, as improve your surface, and is even more water resistant concrete in the end of the day. So this is what we say in this way. Another one, as I mentioned in the beginning, the module at the moment, as you know, okay, as everybody know, have a weight problem. A weight problem in this way that if you put a normal concrete and you put this, depends on the size. In Singapore was easy 20 ton, 25 ton by 7 meter, by 3 meter, 2.8 meter high. Singapore solved the problem in the development from a full portal crane to the tower crane. So the tower crane in Singapore can easily handle 40 tons of a crane span of 35 meter. It's a giant, and it's very expensive. So that gives me the thinking when I'm learning and I'm working every day, why my module cannot be lighter. Lighter means not only the module is lighter, later when my module is lighter, my foundation work is less, my crane is less, my cost is less. It's like a chain. So how I can come to a lighter module? You see on the picture the cage. You need a cage at the moment, a rebar cage. So, and you have a lot of rebars. It's not only about the rebar delivery, the rebar storage, the rebar bending, handling, making something like that. There's a lot of work to do. Why? For example, I put it as a free discussion. Why we not use steel fiber? Why we not use synthetic fiber? Because in Singapore, they make tunnel segments steel fiber reinforced. Okay, this means you're mixing the steel fiber in your mixer, and there is no big handling, something like that, and you pour your steel fiber concrete in the mold, and then you make the segments, and the tunnel segments, honestly speaking, is a very high, what I can say, very high quality product. Is the requirements for a tunnel is much more higher than for any normal precast element. So this means they use this one already. Why the precaster don't? There is something, I agree, the connection details, there should be a loop, there should be a P-bar, but I put it in the room for thinking. The next one is, because you can use some other material, something like that, plus the graphene, plus you see here in the picture, because sand is sometimes a problem. So we already searching for other material to substitute sand to finally make the module lighter. Gentlemen, I think I spoke enough. I say again, we are local, we are ready for the future. Is a good marketing. Otherwise, some more question, please ask Mr. Einstein. Okay, I think he know more than me. I say thank you for this attention. I have. Hello. Good. Hello, everybody here.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Also, I have a video for module production. But this video, I have a small thing because you can please maybe not record it, okay? Because of some not putting in Facebook, not in the YouTube or something like that. If you promise me to not to do it, then I can show you the video from Singapore how we produce the modules.
Oh, okay, Mr. Assalamualaikum.
Yes.
Yeah, we can wait a second. We try
Yes.
to close it in the YouTube, yeah. But maybe for the Zoom meeting, the members.
Otherwise, I show the meeting next time when I'm in Indonesia. I can show you also again privately, more close.
Di sini bisa. Oh, di Zoom bisa. Okay. Okay, you can play.
Yes, but be careful, please. I don't want to see anything, then I have a big problem, okay?
Background kita aja ya.
So, the video,
Atau recordingnya ini.
I show the video. You can see in here?
Yes. Sudah. Bisa ya.
Okay. This is my last factory. This showing here, you need, for modular, you need big projects, not 2-3 houses, okay? Maybe I make
Recording
this.
stopped.
Please not recording, okay?
Yeah, already we stopped the recording. Tapi ada drop.
So this is,
Again we have a black box on the right.
again
of
you
your
have a
screen.
black box. Okay, let me check again.
Can you repeat from the beginning?
Okay.
Okay. I think you shouldn't click, yeah, because it shows.
Now?
Now it's good.
Okay. So you see, you need a quite big project to make modular. So this is our project. What I done there. This is the technical preparation. Okay. So you have some special software, normal software like 2D, 3D. The important thing is what you see here. The connection details is same what you used in a 2D. Okay. So this one is a PPVC, including a PPU already. So you prepare your shop drawings, you prepare anything in detail, even the M&E, the tiling, and something like that. So this is very well prepared because it's also very well developed in Singapore over the long year period. Sometimes they make a kind of mock-up, okay, to show it a little bit more in 3D. Something like that, bedroom, household shoulder, kitchen. So, and now this is my real production, starting with the mold opening. I say to you, the molds here, most of them are manual molds. You can see they take a winch or something like that. They open the frames, okay, and then of course they have a lifting beam. A little bit very flexible because any module have a different size. So you see a different recess, quite deep. You see the P-bars, and you see the inner cores. You see how they coming. You have to screws, something like that. So and then this hanging. This is a module around 7 meters long. It's the upside down casting for the next generation. What I explained you in the beginning. So this is it's called a tilting station. So, and then it's coming in Singapore, we had here you see the molds repositioning. So this take quite a long time and screwing. So this means here you can really discuss to take it hydraulic way. Okay, if you want to do it more professional. So here is the rebar cage is prepared separately. So it's about finished of around 70%. Then you have to fixing something. You have to squeeze it in the form, something like that. And then you must the remaining M&E work, something like that. So it's the same work procedure what you do in a 2D. So and then finally you see here the complexity. The people go in the mold. Right? You must be like a monkey, and then you have a final inspection before you start the casting. So the casting, we use self-compacting concrete, And regarding the mold size, you need an average also around 45 minutes to cast the one mold. Because you cast the mold in the evening, then you're curing, normal curing over the night, and in the morning you're demolding one by one by one. So here he is, after 2 hours, he'll touch up a little bit the slab. You see in the morning they open. This one is a very important one. You see the laser was to make fixing the meter line. The meter line is your reference point for finishing and for assembly, that you bring your module in level. This is what I mentioned to you, is like a carousel system. You put the modules and you try to make the finishing stages. So here you see a little bit of touch up. Okay, and then the waterproofing, very important, because you see all the recesses is coming from the mold. You put the pipes there and you make a water test of 2 hours for this, and then you can be sure there's no leakages. And in Singapore, you have to record it. Every module has its own protocol. So here you see the installation from the above, the windows, the door frames. And also here, you have then later a water proofing test for 24 hours, because here you see like this. So your module have to wait 24 hours to see and check the leakages. So we took a monitor under the mold because we recorded digitally. So because to have a proven evidence from each module, everything is good. Yeah. So and then, because when we coming to detailed discussion, because there are some partition walls. You see like this. You can theoretically you can do it as a in the mold, but sometimes it's more easier to do it in this way. This is a pre-painting, okay? Because they coating the modules in Singapore around 3 times. There's a pre-painting, something like that. Here you see the tiling layout. Any tiling give a number, so the subcon know exactly what he have to do. And the subcon also get only this amount of tiles. If he broken something, you can control him. So here you see the pre-finishing of the bath, including even the glass door of the shower is installed already. It's a bathroom. It's even this one example is a double bathroom. So here this guy finishing a pre-finishing of the kitchen. So the window, the balcony in front. So and then they put some cupboards there inside, and then later on construction site they open. The transportation is 2 ways. Either you have your factory far away or you produce on site. There's also another discussion. So this was the project. And this is the real picture. It's thousands of modules in this case. So, and they have different apartment sizes, 2 bedroom, 3, 4, and 5 bedroom. So here is a little bit the leaf, the decoration, something like that. Sometimes they put a roof garden on top of this one. So you need your tower crane, you see it here. So you're lifting up. Your lifting beam is bring your module in balance. Most of that, something like that. So, and then, okay, because important are that they call it P-bar, because there's a diameter of 32 mm. Okay, this is the most important vertical connection. And then you see the rough surface of the module, because they're coming another module, and then you close the gap. Okay. So of course you have the measurement, the line, and this one is the grounding stage. So they make a pre, then you take the shim plates for leveling. So, and then you put it, and then you have this is something like unfinished. So this looks like a 5-room apartment, something like that. So, and then they're showing you now the show unit. So this is like the finishing, the tiling, the painting. They put some marking on the floor for the clients to see where they can install what as a show unit. So this is in Singapore called public housing, HDB. Yeah. So now I think
Bisa Pak ini ke sini kalau mau. Masih konstruksi Pak kalau mau.
Safety is everyone's business. We support resources to hear and see what is the things that we want to help, and then we need to assist it to reduce the possible injury or accident. Technology at this construction plant is taking safety literally to greater heights. For instance, this flying bucket system moves concrete around the facility, removes the need for concrete trucks.
there's something about the factory I can show you, no problem. So gentlemen, I hope it's give you a quite complete picture. Any question, no problem, ask me. Hello, everybody still here? I not hear somebody. Hello.
Mirko, there is a question from many persons. You can see on the chat.
Yeah, we are trying to make some summary for the questions will be shown to you.
Your sound is like in a football stadium. It's very. Hello. Okay, questions. Okay. Which is better, the bottom or the top slab of the modular box? What are the considerations determine the position of the top and the bottom slab? Okay, you can hear me? I answer the first question from Mr. Cambrio. Hello? Hello?
Do you hear me?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah. The number one means that when you produce, when we casting.
No, I understand the question. I understand the question.
You know, yeah.
Okay. The point is, what is better, the bottom or the top slab of the modular box? I explain again. The first one, where you have no slab, is the disadvantage that you cannot make a pre-finishing. Correct? Yeah. So this is the normal, mostly different to the upside down one. If you have the upside down one, you have always a slab and you put the next one on top. This give you the ceiling, correct? So, and you have the chance to pre-finish something. Both systems are possible. I say again, Singapore, starting with the simple one and find out to more increasing the productivity is better to coming to more intensive pre-finishing one. So both systems, I cannot say good or not good, is the way of intention, what you want to do, how you want to your job. Is okay?
Yeah.
Sometimes we divided the modular box in several rooms. You are dividing walls made reinforcement concrete or other materials. When and where we install the inner walls and the special provision of making openings. Okay. My belief is I try to teach the people only to have a one inner core, because anytime when you're starting to have another inner core, this means you put your bathroom in the PPVC, your inner core is definitely more complicated. Okay, so it is much easier, what you see in the video, to put the partition wall, the hollow partition wall, the architect wall, what they use later on in a finishing stage. And this make your mold more easy to open and close, your maintenance, your lifetime, and something like that. I am a fan of simple, efficient modular system. Anything what I show you the picture, anything what is your inside possible, a lot, but is it in the end of the day necessary? Is it really efficient to do? How many work I put in the mold? How many workers have to do the job? How many rectification on the mold? How many rectification on the module I need later on? So this is the point. Because I don't like too much. Everything is possible when you say, okay, I want divided like this, and that can be done. But my philosophy is more make the inner core simple as possible. And if you want work efficient, you decide it between manual or stringing the core by hydraulic. So materials, you're writing here. Okay, I say to you already, because the normal way, the standard way is the reinforcement, what every structure engineer do or something like that. But if you want to explore a new way and you want really improve, you should be thinking on fiber technology, on the module. Plus, I say again, don't avoid the vertical and the horizontal connection. This one can be still standard, but the remaining rebars, why you don't put fiber and mix
Recording in progress.
Hello?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, because this is why I say this one should be really explored. Okay. So, and the openings, okay, the openings, like when you talk about window and door openings, okay, this one is normally a fixed on your inner core, or you fix it on your side mold. So this means this should be definitely in the casting process. Don't do the openings later on. This make no sense. Logo, how you install ceramic on the walls.
Wait, Mr. Mirko, maybe to add on the number 2, I mean, is there any, maybe the provision means the rule, like how big should be the opening, something like that? Is there something
Mr. Denny, I really not can hear you well, because you're speaking like you're in a football stadium with a big hall behind.
Yeah. Sorry. I am in the room actually together with other.
Yeah, this is maybe.
So to add in the number 2, I think there's also like provisions means is there any rule that when you make the opening, how big should be the opening? Is it can be
No. To fixing the opening, okay. There is also a simple 2 mechanism. To fixing the opening is either we screw it on the mold, or we put it with magnets. Okay. So this is the 2 systems what you can choose. Okay. The cheaper way is the screwing. The expensive way is the magnet.
Okay, you can continue.
Yes. Mirko, how you install ceramics on the wall? Is the installed outside of the mold, or you can prepare directly on the mold? If I understand this question correctly, the ceramics, you means the tiling or something like that. This tiling is not fixed on the mold. This tiling process is a kind of a finishing process. This means after your module, your carcass is cast, you demold it, you turn it or whatever, and then you tile it like the normal way.
Yeah,
It's not.
maybe the question is maybe related to for 2D. Sometimes we put the
Yes, by the 2D, okay, the
the way
2D,
for modular.
no, by the, yes. The 2D, you put on a flat table. You put on a flat table and you put your mold there and you're casting your concrete, correct?
Yeah.
So, and here, first of all, you're talking vertical, okay? I say nothing is impossible. You can try to fix your tiles vertical, but it's more complicated than horizontal. And I think you get a big issue of quality because the point is also your reference point. I say again, you're casting a module, but you have to have your reference point where you start your tiling, because don't forget you combine module to module. And when you do something like that, you have to match each other later on. So this discussion is, I never, and nobody in Singapore done it before. Sure. In horizontal way, anyone in 2D precast, no problem. In 3D, I never saw it in a module in Singapore to put the tiles on the mold already. Okay, there are any special requirements for concrete, especially for casting? Okay, we use self-compacting concrete. Okay, the biggest problem in our casting was the gravel size. Because in Asia, the big gravel is the cheaper one. The small gravel is the expensive one. So, and now you must imagine something. If you see and you remember the picture on your steel cage, you're closing the mold, and you have a lot of rebar in as a steel cage in your mold. And then you have gravel size over 20 mm. It's very difficult that this gravels going during the rebar. So the disadvantage is you need either a poker vibrator to put them down to avoid a big honeycombs. We had a lot of experience. You must reaching the bottom. You're casting vertical of about 3 meters. Okay. So this is a point because I prefer a self-compacting concrete like a soup with small scrabbles that is really flowing nicely in all my corners or around my windows, my doors. So this saved me in the end of the day a lot of rectification work, a lot of hammering or something like that. The next one, because when I'm talking rectification, because sometimes the people forget the rebar in the mold, and then the inspector coming and have a scanner to check the rebar in the module. And then they know exactly this rebar is missing. So you start to hammering the module to put an additional rebar inside. Also, I don't talking today all the rectification work. I have many slides of this one, okay? Or you are special required. Also again, we use self-compacting concrete and try to avoid big gravels because of the reinforcement. Okay. Otherwise, I say again, try to use fiber, steel fiber. So, pardon, I have a question. How may sure the joints between the modular is well connected? Is there any maintenance or structure for the future, especially on the connection part? Okay. The importance points is the vertical connection. And when you look on the video, you saw the big, they call it P bar. Okay, there's a diameter regarding the building in average of about 32 mm. There's a quite heavy P bar is going to the whole module from the top to the bottom. It looks around 30 centimeter out. Okay, and on the other module you have the hollow. So, and this one is guiding. This P-bars is guiding in any mold. So the position is very fixed in any mold precise that you can guarantee that the other module on top have the same location. So this one, This one is not a bottleneck anymore. These problems they had in the past. But now they developed the points where the P-bars going in the mold. There's a small penetration in the bottom shutter where you're fixing this P-bar to be aware to have the same position everywhere. Otherwise, it's a disaster. So maintenance of the structure, how any maintenance for the structure in the future, especially for the connection parts. So, okay, as I say last sentence here, maintenance of the future special connection parts. Because when you start a demolding process, okay, and you take your module outside the mold, you have, of course, a very, what I can say, cleaning process, okay? And in our factory, we had a maintenance team, okay? Any mold, something can broken quickly because it's concrete, this is steel, this is a hard work, okay? The workers, because in honest working, they have to bring the module out, the module still sticking, clamping on this side or whatever. So, and suddenly, king, boom, something broken, okay? Your maintenance coming, welded again, something like that. So this means in the end of the day, you try to teach your people to work carefully. But honestly speaking, in my experience, and I'm working with them daily under a hot environmental, a human, you cannot squeeze a human like a slave. Okay, so this means every human can make a mistake or something like that. You must be aware on the real life. Okay, so this means you take care of your mold, teach the people, you take care of your mold, please make like that. We done in Singapore. We give the team about 6 to 8 people, and we say to this team, this is your mold. This and this is your mold. You take care like your home. Because if your mold broken or something wrong, you don't earn money. So this means, okay, I have a squeeze that they really take care. Because if they not fill out the requirements to, for example, to casting 3 modules per day, they don't get money. They get less. If they more, they get additional money. So this means automatically the people will be careful with the mold and with the tools. My perspective, modular system for bridge structure seems simple to erect because there are not many details there. Is there any special treatment for modular building that we should pay attention for a bridge structure? What means a bridge structure?
Yeah, I mean the bridge structure is already like 3D, right? So it's like a modular already. I mean, just comparison because there's not too many.
Also again, don't be scared about modular construction. Thinking simple. Everybody of us know container, steel container, you know. So, and then steel container, you're handling, you're stacking like this and that, you know. So, and a modular construction is a box. It's a box, okay? So, and you have a strong foundation regarding your loads, something like that. The calculation is like a 2D, okay? Because I say again, the disadvantage from 2D to 3D is the weight of the modular, but the advantage is you're much faster. So if we in the future, and I'm working on this to make my module lighter, I'm the winner. I'm light and fast. Perspective. Okay, last one, Mirko. Can we produce in remote area with modular precast plant? How big the plant area of the modular system for 200 units? How we can remote? Okay, what? Because remote. You mean you want put the molds in a carousel system, or what I should be understand for a remote area of a mobile precast plant? A mobile precast plant, you have a mold, you put it on a place. Either is this a place like a concrete factory with a roof, or in Singapore you have also they produce on site. So this means on site save you the transportation. It's a big advantage, okay? and you put only a shelter over, because all the work on the module is more or less, again, manual. You put your cage in, or you're casting your concrete in, and the next morning you have a crane. So, and even your tower crane, what erecting can be the demolding crane when your work is on site nearby. So there is always the pre and the con, because if you don't have space on construction site, of course you have to transport it from a precast factory. But okay, the plant, see, you can say your module size is, for example, 6 meter long, 3 meter width, and 3 meter high. So this means your mold is easy 2 meter longer. This means your mold is 8 meter by 5 meter. So that means one module have 8 by 5 as the space. Then you need a minimum 1 meter distance between the molds. Okay. So, and then you calculate your size of your area. Okay. The precast factory of modular construction in Malaysia is very simple. It's a big shed, molds left and right. The middle center is a way for transportation, for your trolley, something like that. So this is a simple calculation, because your country have no problem with space. If you want to make a precast factory 200 meter long, about 40 meter width, then you have 2 big portal cranes moving on the floor, not on the construction. Okay, the construction is only the shed for the rain and the sunshine. So, and then you already can more than less start the production. It's not a big issue. How about the connection of the modules in the building with about 20 floors? This must be used core lift. Okay, the connection, what you see in the picture, we make in average, the public housing in Singapore is from 7 level, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12, 15. The highest building in modular construction in Singapore is 52 levels. Our company Team Build make 40 levels in modular construction. And again, the most of them is the P-bar and the what they call it, the loop, the 5-4 loop in the horizontal. Same you're connecting the wet joint, same you're connecting your 2D. Singapore, no earthquake. We design modular construction. How must concern the design of the modular? This question is quite familiar. Okay, Singapore don't have earthquake, correct. But if you see in the detail on the video, you saw some spring of over the P-bar, if you remember. This spring give you a small, slightly dynamic, okay, if something, because even any building move a little bit. In your case, there is a factor to make your earthquake 7, 8, 9 on the scale. So the most important thing is the thickness and what I can say, the amount of the connection. How many amounts, this one, the structure engineer, what we have, because when we make the design and we done with, it's not the first question for Indonesia from my side, or from your side for this. I have the guys would calculate this one in the modular. So if you go with us, you get a earthquake resistant design of modular construction.
Okay, we have some other slides.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next ya, Pak. Bisa deh.
Ada sih, cuma belum ke kopi.
Oh, belum ke kopi ya. So I will.
Thank you very much, Mr. Milko.
No problem. Welcome.
Well, I read from the chat here. Which is better, lifting modules with a mobile crane or a tower crane?
Okay, your mobile crane have a limited height, because your mobile crane can make apartments maybe like you must check, because your apartments at the moment you're talking about 4 to 5 levels. 4 to 5 levels combined to your weight of your module, you need maybe 350 to 500 ton mobile crane to do this, because you have to check the accessibility from your building, when your mobile crane parking in front, how much is the radius, what he can still reach. A tower crane, okay, is another issue, okay? Your tower crane is fixed, have a span, so, and then you have the radius. The important thing is you have to limit, or you have to be in your calculation, what is your maximum weight of your precast element. This is the key question. Okay, this is why I say my module should be, or my because on the one side, Singapore starting with small modules because they don't have the cranes. Then we designed the factory, the modules is 6 by 3 by 3. So later, when they start the tower crane, suddenly they're jumping to module size 7.5 by or 8 meter long by 3 meter wide, 3.3 and 3 meter high. So that means they have no limit on the weight, on the size. And also somebody asked me, what is the biggest size of a module? I say the biggest size is unlimited. Your problem is your transportation and your erection.
Okay, next question. What is the production necessitating the cycle, yeah, for one PVC mold? Maybe,
okay.
Pak Gambiro, is it the for 1 day or the atau umurnya Pak, maksud Bapak umur moldnya?
I can tell you something honest. Okay, the mold cycle. If I understand your question correct, you asked the mold cycle, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, a mechanical mold, because you must understand the project thinking in Singapore. What I say, they take a one project, and a one project have a design of about 25 different modules, different types of modules, okay? So this means either they need 25 molds, or they need 20 molds because some of the modules is a mirror. So that means they only change something on the door, on the window side. But say, okay, you have 25 molds for one project. They calculate the lifetime of these molds for only one project, because they say my project cost is this million. Okay, my mold cost is 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. After that, I scrap it, because my next project, my mold size will be not fit the dimension. And when somebody say to you, you have a flexible mold and you can make 10 different sizes and this and that, theoretically, I say yes. Practically, you die. You die on changing the mold from one type to another type. Okay, this is why I prefer simple as possible, because when the mold is simple as possible and give you the room, your lifetime is much higher. Much higher. Our molds in Singapore pro project is a circle time in average from 100 casting per mold. Okay, so after 100 casting, you can still use the mold, not a problem. But you had a lot of rectification work, because by a manicure mold, you open the screw, you're hammering that you can close the mold again. So this is the really life. If you not believe, I send you videos and videos. If you have a simple mold and you take it as a semi-automatic, then you have save a lot of time, and you have a lot less rectification. Okay, this say again. So your lifetime can dramatically higher, special of the inner core handling. If the inner core a one core, if a two core, you're also starting to make compromises. So I think a casting circle of an inner core by the hydraulic can easily coming to 300, 400, 500 castings per mold. Is the maintenance, how you take care of the hydraulic, how you oiling the molds, how you're looking, something like that. Is this understandable?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, if not, then maybe let if more question. Yeah, this is the last two questions in the chat. When we deliver the modular with ceramic, how to set the ceramic without no cracking? I mean, because you saw some modular already, you install the ceramic, yeah, in the factory.
What is the production capacity of a one PPVC mold? Okay, what is the production capacity? Okay, I can tell you something. When I produce the modular pieces, okay, we calculate the factory, and we calculate the factory 1 mold, 1 PPVC or PPU, doesn't matter, per day. So this means when you have 24 molds, you have 24 castings per day, you have an output of 24 pieces, because your preparation, and I have the detailed preparation from morning 8 o'clock to evening 6 o'clock. I can tell you any step, okay, plus the separate rebar preparation time, and. You need per module, in the way what you saw in the video, in average about 6 to 8 workers, around 8 to 10 hours to prepare the whole mold ready for casting. Then 2 people casting the mold. So that means the time is about, say, maximum 10 hours, 12 hours. Another 10 hours minimum you need for normal curing overnight. Otherwise, maybe you're blowing heat or whatever, but the normal curing is okay. Then you're reaching in the next morning regarding of your concrete quality. Theoretically, no, practically, you should have 30 megapascal for demolding on the paper, but nobody take care about that. And we demold in the morning after about 10 hours by around 15 to 18 megapascal already. Strength. Okay, then you can already demold and turning. Also again, 1 mold, 1 module per day. If your module is easier, maybe you can make 1.5 casting, but before you're coming in this stage, honest, you have to be very professional. The people have to be very professional to work, to know any grip what they do every day. Which is better, lifting modules with a mobile crane or tower crane? I answer already. So what do you mean with saving 20% per cubic meter? Used additive or additive with super plasticizer or micro, nano? Okay. The 20% of saving cement, I change your additive. I change your additive tomorrow and I show you with my graphene additive to save you 20% of your concrete. Okay. When you will deliver molds with ceramic, how you save the ceramic no crack? Okay, this is a very, very simple answer. Okay, I prefer, if you listen my talking, I prefer to finishing bathrooms. Also, this also a way. Again, you must be know or discuss in advance what you really want. You want a bathroom separate or you want the bathroom in the PPVC, and what is the weight, what is your crane. So you have to discuss all the surroundings before you talk. Because when you talk later the finishing, okay, a bathroom himself, is it a single bathroom or a double bathroom? Is from the size very compact. So a single one is 1.5 by 1.2, and another one is 3.5 by 1.7 or whatever. This one you can complete 80%, because this, when you're lifting this bathroom, the twisting of the bathroom is zero. So this means you can, because this one you can handle very safe without damages on your cracks. Okay, if you make a PVC in a larger size, okay, is weak, because when the people hoisting this one and they don't take the hoisting pin properly in a balance, then you start the cracks. So again, small and compact modules or PPVC pre-finishing, okay. Bigger and bigger and bigger, risks come higher and higher and higher. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, is maybe easier to calculate Singapore without earthquake. We have in Indonesia 8. I know you have 8, or even more dangerous. If we have Indonesia, even more dangerous. Also, I have no problem, because to take modular construction until, I will be say, until 25 levels. Okay, the average level of public housing what you say, you're starting with 4, 5 levels, and you go maximum maybe to 12 levels. And this one can be handled in a very safe way, also on your earthquake zone. Die Singapore Tower bis 40 Tonnen. The Singapore Tower cranes, okay? The Singapore Tower cranes, some companies, they have their own tower crane, and some companies, they rent a tower crane. A rent of a tower crane per month in Singapore is nearly $100,000 and above regarding the capacity. So the capacity is regarding the height and what project you do, because the height can be 60 meter, 80 meter, you can adjust. And important is the span, the boom length. What is the radius, what the crane can serve? So in average, the radius is 30 meter. That means 60 meter in the whole circle. So you put your crane on the point and you can serve this one. And then the main important point is how many tons I can carry on the end of my boom. So, and then they have really giant monster tower cranes, what can handle of 35 meter, 40 ton modules. Is seldom now, is in average 25 ton to 30, but even this one is very heavy of a very long span. And this one is only in Singapore because nobody in Southeast Asia will follow Singapore in this way. I believe like that, because it's too costly. Something more?
No, I think all is already answered. Yeah, this is, I think, the.
Halo, Pak Rusman.
Siap.
Halo.
Yeah, Pak Hadi.
Okay. I have two questions, Mr. Miko.
Yeah.
How the tallest building have you built by PPVC in Singapore? And the second, are you have experience to landed house, massive landed house project? Thank you.
Okay. The tall buildings is always built with a tower crane. Okay. So this is no other possible. Okay. So what means with landed house? No, understand landed house.
Do you have experience with the massive landed house project? Landed house, one-story house.
One story means like a villa.
Yeah. Do you have any experience with a massive project like thousands of landed houses, something like that?
Okay. When I understand the question, okay, because my idea, or the idea what recommend follow is modular construction from, you see the slice, from a single box, means for me a landed house, because the people in Philippines, they want around 22 to 30 square meter. So for couples, so you take a one box. Okay, you put your bathroom inside in the corner, you make the living room, something like that. If you have a family, you combine two modules together. Okay, so and this one is a very fast, simple pre-finishing construction. You give the customer the choice. I give you the raw module and you make your finishing by yourself because of the cost, or I finishing and pre-finishing for you what you want, and something like that. At the moment, in the past, everybody do it in 2D. So, but now I tell you, in the future, will not 2D anymore. Okay, you piling 4 piles, you put your box on the piles. Okay, finish, and then think something. You have different areas, even in Indonesia, on an island, in the forest, or whatever. So the people demand is there. You go there locally, you produce, you're piling, and then what you need? You need energy, you need water, and you need something for cooking. Energy, my idea is you put a solar panel on top, because your energy is only the aircon and the sockets and the TV, not much. You save it over the solar panels with a battery. The next one is you need water. Okay, you have rain or you have dry. You cannot keep the water in a tank for a long time, it start to smell. But in your areas in Asia, a water tank coming every week. So fill up your fresh water. And the last not least is your cooking. And for your cooking, you take a gas bottle. So this means you have a nearly independent modular housing system.
Yeah, I could add, yeah, for the one-story houses maybe.
Oke, Pak Rusman tadi berapa lantai paling tinggi? Halo, Mr. Miko.
Yeah, here.
How to tell us stories that you have experienced built?
40.
The tallest stories is my project. What I done is 15 levels, 15.
15, yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
15.
Yeah, I think I could add for the landed houses.
Something more, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Because from my side, I thank you very much for your attention, for your questions. I'm very appreciate.
Pak Yuri dari ini Rentek Person mungkin ada pertanyaan, Pak Yuri?
Baik Pak, ada pertanyaan lagi Pak untuk Pak Mirko?
Yeah.
Any question?
Hello.
Ya,
Hello.
Ya Pak Slamet.
Yep. Sorry. Herr Mirko.
Yes.
Yes. Slamet is my name. I'm from Dusaspun. We are a concrete precaster.
Okay.
I think we have been working in this company almost the same, like 40 years as well.
Okay.
I have been joining this company since 1985. So I'm interested on your very interesting presentation about the modular building. Especially, we understand that our government at the moment, by the way, could you hear my voice, please?
Yes, very, very good. Very good.
Okay, fine,
very good.
because I have no video here.
No,
well, as you know, we are going to build something like 3 million unit of, I don't know, it is individual housing and including apartments. And this is very interesting because I understand that Indonesia is going to be to have less and less Grundstück land.
Yeah,
Grundstück,
correct.
sorry.
Yeah, German. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I studied German. Okay.
Okay,
well,
good.
Well, as you know, the cost of land is getting higher and higher from time to time.
Yes.
And the ability, the capability from people in Indonesia is getting less and less. Because as you know, the inflation rate is enough. It's very high, if I would say that, compared to European company. And I'm most interested. I was visiting yesterday a discussion, forum group discussion with one of the real estate developer. And we are talking about green building. And as I see the idea of modular building, like what people do in Singapore. I don't know when was it the modular, the first introduced in Singapore?
The modular system starting around 2010. 2010, 11,
2010.
And then they're starting with PPU, with bathrooms, because the idea was first to make a prefabricated bathroom, because when you do the bathroom on site in a manual construction way, you have a big problem of the leakages, a big risk. Okay. So, and they say, okay, let us explore how we can make bathrooms. And there is also a lot of technologies for bathrooms, concrete, aluminium, gypsum boards, and something like that. And then in 2014, I made the first lightweight bathroom, because the bathroom, they prefer as a unit what you're lifting in the building, but it don't take load. So you implement it in your building as a non-structure element, okay? So, and then they're coming always to the problem, the weight. So this means your bathroom was the target in this time cannot be more than 4 tons. Otherwise my crane cannot lift.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and this is why they're coming in a way of lightweight construction, okay, to make your bathroom light as possible. So this was the starting in Singapore of thinking about modular. So after they find out, yeah, this is not bad, but this should be more efficient and something like that, then was more than less born the idea of the PPVC. Okay. So there was 2 systems. There was the PPVC and the bathroom as 2 different systems. Okay. And the next development was, yeah, but why we cannot put the bathroom in the PPVC already? We save the leakage, we make it more efficient. So, and this is so the way of development. Okay. So, and today you saw my picture is crazy things are possible. Even they make the riser shoot and everything with a lot of 3D, what leads a lot of work in the mold. Okay.
Yes.
So, and then I asked always myself, where is the border of the economic side? What is really necessary or possible, or what makes something like that? That's why I say, and I repeat my opinion, I like modular construction in a quite simple way to make a box, okay? And then the box light with some technology, what I'm still explore to make my module lighter, and the internal of the box, like a partition wall or like a bathroom wall, I do it in a lightweight panel, because this one is also give me or give the client the individually. I say I put you a box there. You can make your bath bigger or smaller, or you make your kitchen, because your partition walls you can adjust whatever you want. But in your module you cannot. In your module you have always in your mold you have always the same mold. So there is not a change to changing the internal wall about 20 centimeters to left or right. Cannot. You have it fixed. So there I say it's a philosophy what you want. When I see your design, what you show from your government, I'm honest. There is still some improvement possible, because so many small pieces. In the end of the day, is this also a benefit to hoisting so many small pieces? And again, what is the limit of my crane? Because if you're only 2, 3, 4 level, my mobile crane can hoisting. How is the accessibility for my mobile crane? Can I reaching from 4 sides or only from one side? So there is understand it not wrong, is a quite complex one.
Yeah.
And then I understand, because we have also, we're talking today a 3D modular. Okay, 3D modular is again is the key for the future when you need a lot of houses or apartments. But this is not, I'm honest speaking, this is not the fully solution of low cost. Okay, because low cost for people what need only a small room with like here in Thailand or whatever, they need a room, they have the toilet and the kitchen outside the room because it's always warm, like you. Okay, so and then I take lightweight panels. Okay, I take a lightweight panel and I give them a metal roof and I give them a kind of solid house. But this is low cost, and they happy already, because low cost means also the people have no income. How would they pay me for my low cost house? Yeah?
Yes.
So we have also another technology, we call it the Airex panel. Okay, it's like a kind of foam concrete, something like that, to make low cost housing to solve this one. But today is our topic 3D modular.
So you reckon this is not a low cost housing what we are talking about today?
No, I think when you really think low cost, no.
Yes.
No.
Yes, copy.
No.
Copy. Okay. Previously, you said you are mentioning that the module, the simple one or the smallest one, was 6 by 3 by 3 module.
I give you an example. You can make any module size.
Oh, I see.
Any module size.
What is the common size of the module you made? I mean, in the from the economical
in
aspect.
Singapore? No, because again, the efficient size is a bigger module, but the bigger module needs your tower crane capacity.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is why I say Singapore starting with the small size. You must imagine, I have picture, they had a full portal crane, and then they erecting the house under the crane. So this means my house in Singapore in the early stage was limited on about 5, 6 level, because my crane go over the building.
Yeah.
Okay? So, and then they say this cannot be the limit. Forget the full portal crane, we have to install tower cranes. And in this stage was a big jumping of the size from the small one to the big one. So, and the average, because I cannot say average size, because regarding the apartment, you have a 2-bedroom, 3, 4, 5-bedroom. Your kitchen is about, I don't know, 4 meter long plus 3 meter. Your living room is a span of 7 meter plus another 7 meter. So you combine your apartment. You see my layouts. So that means this is why you have different sizes.
Yes. Yeah.
Mr. Miko,
Okay.
I think we can continue the discussion later.
Yeah, no problem.
This is
Easy.
already
Yes.
already time we have to finish the seminar. Ya Pak Slamet nanti mungkin bisa kontak lagi atau
Baik, Pak.
bisa dikasih kontak dengan Pak
Thank
Okay.
you, Mr. Simon.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Miko.
Alles Gute. Bye.
Miko, yeah, for presentation, yeah. And you also answer all the question, yeah. Very interesting.
Berdengung itu, bergema.
Halo. Dimatikan. Oh. Hello, Mr. Miko.
Here.
Clearly, yeah. Okay, thank you for your presentation. It's very interesting to see that other countries are already massive using this technology, and of course by Oasis, yeah, by Oasis, and you also share about the use of substitute materials, yeah, which policy improvement aspect, yeah.
Yep. We can discuss then later details what we can substitute like this.
And
Okay.
it's very interesting. If you don't mind, we would like to visit the Modular project.
Excuse me?
With the,
What?
to visit the Modular project, the project.
Yeah, if possible, can you show some project reference if you can arrange something like that? If needed.
Yeah, I can prepare the slides for Danny, and then he can later forward to you all the presentation.
To see real life in Singapore, is it still open?
My life in Singapore.
No. The project. Your modular project.
I think the Tenga project. Okay, I leaving Singapore about 2 years ago. Okay, I think because the Tenga project himself is still under construction, but because you have many contractor what makes some parts of the project. So my part of the project, what we done was a 5-6 blocks is definitely finished already. Okay, because it's 2 years ago. They have already other projects. What is under team build construction.
But can be search later, yeah, if it is still possible or so, yeah.
You want visit?
Yeah. If somebody from Indonesia want to visit, maybe we can find out later, right?
I think for the factory arrangement, no problem, because they say it's my baby. I can go in and out in the factory every day because I erecting the factory. For the construction side, it's now a little bit stronger rules to enter construction site. It's not impossible, but we have to prepare who coming, from where he coming, and something like that. So, and that's need a little bit preparation time, but should be okay.
You can find out later, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Miko, again.
Okay, then I thank you very much from my side. I hope I give you a small impression. And my last sentence is again, we make the design, we can design the factory, and we give you also a hand of the assistance in this way. So by us as a recommend technology provider, is more or less as a package. Okay, we are not only a mold maker or something like that. We also improve the technology. What I say, what is quite important in my eyes, the concrete technology. Okay, gentlemen, I wish everybody a nice weekend, and maybe in the near future we see live together.
Yeah,
somewhere. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
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 Ya, baik. Tadi sangat menarik penjelasan atau paparan dari Pak Menko dan juga Pak Gedung, karena waktu kita memang sudah mencapai waktu untuk workshop ini, kami bisa sudahi paparan, kami sudah bisa sudahi diskusi ini. Untuk selanjutnya kami serahkan ke MC ya. Silakan.
Baik, terima kasih kepada Pak Dan kami ucapkan terima kasih kepada para narasumber, kepada Bapak Gedung Maulana Kesiapan, kepada Mr. Menko, dan Bapak Denny dari Dengan. Saya berterima kasih sekali Pak untuk kehadirannya di sini. Selanjutnya, Bapak Ibu, kami akan kembali untuk mempersiapkan tadi yang telah disediakan panitia. Semua peserta akan mendapatkan sertifikat. Link sertifikat akan kami sampaikan di ID AP3I. Untuk itu, mohon follow ID AP3I. Selanjutnya, Pak Rusma, untuk ucapan terima kasih, mohon berkenan Pak Denny untuk menerima sertifikat dari AP3I, Pak Rusma, dan Pak Gedung. Mohon Pak Gedung kami persilakan, Pak.
Balis. Oh, foto.
Halo, Pak Kam?
Ini lagi ada foto bersama apa tutup apa lanjut nih?
Senin ke Bandung kan, Pak Kam?
Iya, Bandung.
Siap.
Kecepatannya berapa kilo sekarang?
Kecepatan. Nanti sore saya tes.
Katanya dikurangi dulu sementara.
Ya, makanya kita cek lah.
Cuma 175, tidak 300. Nggak tahu. Pak Heri juga.
Kita Senin malam ya, sambil dinner rapat ini.
Oh
PPKB
iya.
kita ke depan.
Oke.
Lagi ketiganya 1, 2, 3. Yes.
Ayo Mbak Lis, dosnya 12 nih.
Materinya bisa di-share?
Oh bisa nanti tadi.
Yang hari nanti saya
Tutup dulu Mbak Lis.
Baik,
Oh ini.
Bapak Ibu sekalian.
Foto ya.
Sudah. Baik, Bapak Ibu, izin untuk foto bersama. Kedengar nggak? Ya, mohon izin Bapak Ibu untuk foto bersama untuk mengaktifkan kamera. Baik, kami ambil gambarnya Bapak Ibu ya. 1, 2, 3. Oke. Satu kali lagi mungkin. Satu kali lagi Bapak Ibu. 1, 2, 3. Sudah Mas tadi. Baik, terima kasih atas kehadiran Bapak Ibu sekalian. Akhir kata, kami dari panitia penyelenggara mengucapkan terima kasih atas kehadiran Bapak Ibu sekalian. Kami sampaikan permohonan maaf apabila dalam pelaksanaan terdapat kesalahan dan kekurangan. Slogan kita Pak Gedung ya. Akhir kata, cintailah produk Indonesia. We grow, we green, we sustain. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam. Ya Pak, di IG ya Mas Adi ya. Mohon follow IG AP3I Bapak Ibu sekalian.
Terima kasih Bapak.
Ya sama-sama Bapak.
Terima kasih Ibu.
Dan nanti akan kami share. Ya Pak Supriyanto, terima kasih Pak.
Terima kasih for all. Time juga dia masuk saya lanjutkan juga. Wah itu bilang ini sama Pak Mir.
Bapak, ini
dia orang lapangan. Ya, nggak bisa dibohongin.
Tunggu.